Hi, my name is Preeti Fernando. Today I will talk about emotional intelligence for motivation, emotional intelligence for manipulation. Motivation versus manipulation. The effects, the results the two can create are vastly different. What is emotional intelligence? Simply put, emotional intelligence is how well or how poorly we take care of ourselves, how we relate to ourselves and to other people around us. How well or how poorly we relate to ourselves and to other people around us. Emotional intelligence is that awareness to be able to sense another person's needs, and that awareness to sense our own strengths and weaknesses. Emotional intelligence is self regulation, to be able to control ourselves at that unguarded moment when that coworker says something to tick you off for the 500th time, when that in-law or a relative does something and you know you don't like it and you have been having disastrous results and now you're trying to self-regulate. Emotional intelligence is about our social ability, social skills, our people skills. How do we relate to others in social settings? And this has been particularly dampened because we spend so much time looking behind a screen and working 100% remote, so it minimizes our face to face interactions. And we have also been distanced, so it affects our social skills. We have to go on overdrive to sharpen our social skills. Emotional intelligence is empathy, to be able to feel what another person might be going through, even though we may not have been in that particular same situation. We are able to feel that other person's need or situation. Empathy is not the same as sympathy. Empathy and sympathy are different. Those are some of the essentials of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence can be used for motivation. Emotional intelligence can be used for manipulation. When used for motivation, it increases profits, it saves time, it minimizes time waste, it gets the best out of people. And it makes people around you feel like helping you. The people around you want to go the extra mile. They feel like staying an extra hour at work or without logging out, or if they're working remotely, just because of how they are made to feel. Though, and it increases the dollar profits. It expands, it enhances your company's reputation, it makes you shine as an individual. Those are some of the ripple effects of emotional intelligence when used for motivation. Emotional intelligence for manipulation has a very different kind of effect. It creates toxic work environments. It makes people giving less than their best. If they can stay without contributing towards a problem that they know there's a cheaper solution, they will, because of how the boss makes them feel. Emotional intelligence for manipulation leads to the good people in an office walking away or looking for other jobs or giving less than their best, and the not so good ones will never leave. It leads to time waste. It leads to damaging a company's reputation. It leads to damaging a person's reputation, leads to money going waste and loss for an organization or business. Those are some of the drawbacks of emotional intelligence when used for manipulation. At a global level, we see this. Leaders who have used emotional intelligence for motivation. Who is an example? Many of you may have heard of Mother Teresa. One of her sayings, classic sayings, it's scriptural, it's actually scientific from emotional intelligence standpoint. She said, "Let no one come to you without ever leaving happier." The emotional intelligent equivalent of that is to leave other people in a state of increase, to make more deposits, less withdrawals. Emotional intelligence, when used for manipulation, history is dotted with people from the dawn of time. While I would not like to mention any specific names, we can think of many leaders they have committed genocide, they have committed horrific acts of violence, manipulated the people to come, and then they have done different things to harm people, to change the geographic dynamics in countries, and the list goes on. Emotional intelligence for motivation or for manipulation. What do you do with your level of emotional intelligence? Please check out my website at preethifernando.com. Join me on LinkedIn, and thank you for listening.